那下面呢，我就要邀请我们另外一位基地的伙伴，来自于马来西亚上德门生态农场的伙伴 Samantha， 她将为我们来分享在上德门这一片贫瘠的土地上如何是种出奇迹啊！这里也开创出了一片非常美丽的生态友好的生态农场的景象。好，下面有请 Samantha。Samantha， 你好像没有开麦。我们听不到你的声音。
Hello， 我们现在处在的位置就是马来西亚上德门的这个位置哦。也非常的开心，我们在场呢有大概20多位知行者呢都抵达了上德门的这个地方，所以呢我们好不好呢也跟大家说一声 hi， 然后我们跟全世界连线朋友 say hi。好，这些都是我们在场马来西亚的 OK 知行者，对，然后这些就是我们往外看就是我们马来西亚上德门这一个我们的种植基地，生态种植基地哦，所以非常非常棒的一个地方。当然有机会的话呢，希望全世界各地的人都有机会来到马来西亚上德门这个地方来进行考察跟这个。那现在呢，我们就把这个时间呢交给我们的 Samantha。那 Samantha 呢会用英文来跟大家分享关于马来西亚上德门的一系列。好，时间交给 Samantha。
好的，有请 Samantha。
So I will begin again. My name is Samantha Mok, and I will be representing Noble Gateway Malaysia, Malaysia Sang Temen in my presentation today. But first, allow me to briefly introduce myself. I am a copywriter and a creative strategist by profession from the advertising industry. And I have been writing for 8 years now. But 4 years ago, I decided to very naively venture into agriculture by starting to explore insect farming at first with a dream of ending world hunger. I have since dabbled in various kinds of farming, black soldier fly larva farming, aquaponics, terrariums, and now soil. And in all of these categories of farming I ventured into, I only had one vision in mind, that is to end hunger. And I am very happy that in these 4 years, I have gained much knowledge. I learned that there are many other socio-economical, political, and scientific factors in influencing the success of an agriculture project. I am happy to say that I'm no longer as clueless as I was when I first started. And all the sums of my past failures and challenges have led me to many wonderful people who gave me opportunities after opportunities, and right now I am representing them today. Thank you, Noble Gateway Malaysia, for giving me this opportunity to present our mission on this esteemed forum today in front of many important people around the world. My dear audience, I will now introduce to you Noble Gateway Malaysia. We are a farm located in the hills of Hulu Langat, Selangor, in Malaysia, among many other vegetable and fish farms in the area. Hulu Langat is a small agricultural suburb with small farmers peppered around the foothill, and locals here also plant their own vegetables. However, Noble Gateway is the only farm in this area that does not use chemical fertilizers and pesticides to grow our vegetables. I know it's going to sound like a grand story, but the reality of our journey is filled with a lot of trials and rejections from the locals and even the insects. You see, we only started farming on this land 3 years ago. Before this, the 2-acre land was a place for the previous tenant to breed all kinds of exotic animals. It was an exotic pet breeding facility, but the tenants have moved out and the place was left vacant. And then came Johnny and Joanne, a regular couple from the city who had zero farming experience. They had a dream of building an eco-village, so they raised funds, sold their possessions, and converted this land to do farming. What happened was, every farmer in Hulu Langat, even though they loved Joanne and Johnny for their friendly personalities, laughed at them, saying, "You rich people shouldn't have left the city to come to farm. It is very difficult. Just treat your project as a fun place for people to come eat and drink and enjoy." And they also said that it was impossible to grow vegetables without chemicals and pesticides. But we did it. We grow our vegetables organically without pesticides and chemicals, just scientific knowledge about health and also a lot of determination through trials and errors. Our goal is to convert every farmer in Hulu Langat to switch to more ethical and sustainable ways to farm without compromising on their income. Without further ado, let me show you the roots of our passion and determination in my presentation, as you can see on the screen. You see, Noble Gateway is on a mission for community economic development through agriculture education. Sorry, Amy, first slide, please. The first slide, please. Previous slide. Yeah, okay. I think our work here is very relevant to what Confucius said. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant trees. If in terms of 100 years, teach the people. Here in Noble Gateway, we do all three. In slide 2, please. We already know about the natural disasters around the world that will threaten our lives, the most recent one being COVID-19. During that period of time, we see a halt in the global food supply chain, and food prices have continuously increased. So now we have a problem that doesn't make sense. Food grown in our farms cannot reach supermarkets on time. Consumers don't have enough vegetables, so the prices for vegetables increase, while a lot of our vegetables are being thrown away because they're no longer fresh. And all of these is still happening, even though Malaysia imports 70% of our food. In the end, it's not the middle class or upper class citizens who feel the pain, but the poor communities who cannot access nutritious food or the knowledge to grow their own food. In third slide, please. So what is Noble Gateway doing about it? We are now firm advocates of regenerative agriculture, and we are offering products, services, and education to both customers and beneficiaries to strengthen food availability in their own individual home. In slide 4, you see, through regenerative agriculture, we have successfully restored a dead piece of land into a farmland that grows crops without chemical inputs. That is because the foundation of regenerative agriculture lies in soil health restoration. It is proven that when the soil is healthy, with its microbiodiversity restored, plants become healthier and stronger through a symbiotic relationship. In slide 5, please. On our fields, we have proven that it is possible to restore dead land by returning organic matter into the soil. We have also managed to show that when different crop types grow together on healthy soil, they do not compete with one another for nutrients, but instead their roots interact with the microorganisms in the soil to replenish nutrients for one another. In slide 6, why are all these proof of concepts important? Today, I want to share with you this urgency. The world is facing a major problem that not enough people are talking about: soil degradation. Conventional agriculture is the top most damaging industry that is polluting the planet due to the need to clear forests and input chemicals to grow food. But if we think really hard, is it necessary to feed billions of people that we must sacrifice nature? Is there no way around it to coexist and yet reap good, nutritious yield that is sufficient for everyone? In slide 7, of course there is, and that is why Noble Gateway is determined to show it. The soil is alive, and there is a whole biodiversity inside the soil that work together to grow plants. If we think about it, why is it that nobody brings fertilizers into the forest, but they can produce trees that are large enough for us to build houses with? Why do we need to harm the planet to grow vegetables that only have a few leaves? I want to share with you the story of nitrogen and plants. You see, the chemical fertilizers commonly available in our nitrate fertilizers. You see the NPK. Nitrate is an important nutrient to grow plants in size. However, only 16% of the nitrate from fertilizers is actually absorbed by the vegetables in the farms, and the rest of the 84% gets leached into the waterways that causes water pollution. This is happening on a global scale, and that's why you see news of nitrate poisoning in lakes, rivers, algae blooms, massive fish death, and everything. The nitrate from fertilizers is changing our planet, but not exactly in good ways. Now, on the other hand, 78 to 79% of the air that we breathe is composed of nitrogen. Nitrogen is not readily available for plants, but interestingly, healthy soil contains a lot of microorganisms that can convert the nitrogen that we breathe into nitrate, which is food for the plants. What I'm saying is, going by this logic, we can grow food from thin air with the help of healthy soil. In my own ideal world, which may sound like a naive dream again, world hunger should not exist. And even if it does, it can be overcome easily because it is not expensive. We can coexist with our planet by leveraging what the planet has to offer. You can see now in slide 8 onwards, slides 8, 9, 10, and 11, we have all these pictures over here. You can see all these photos showing Noble Gateway's hard work and passion for educating people about this knowledge. I am happy to share with you here that our work has caught the attention of the global headquarters of Rotary Club, and we have been granted $150,000 for a global grant for this project. Sorry, how much? Oh, 42, sorry. $42,000. I am so sorry. We are working with Rotary clubs throughout Malaysia and other countries. We have taught volunteers from the city, the rich people who know nothing about farming, the poor communities who want to farm but do not know how to farm, and also the children. However, our biggest challenge is still speaking to farmers, because farmers have been farming their entire lives and we've started. So a lot of the work here we are doing is to build credentials and proof of concept. So you see in slide 12, we are not giving up on the dream of establishing an eco-village. So far, despite all the challenges, blood, sweat, and tears, we see positive results and are achieving our milestones at a pre-planned timeline. These photos show you what our soil used to look like, and our volunteers are continuously plowing in organic matter to trigger microbial populations. So in the next slide, I think this is more or less the PPT. I will now kindly ask Amy to play you 2 videos to show you around our farm in Noble Gateway and our activities with Rotary Club. Amy, you can play the videos now. Thank you so much. So as this video is coming to an end, I also want to share with you an event that happened last week where we were invited to a parenting event to teach children about ecology. Over 600 tickets were sold, and we were very surprised to see that the children were not afraid of interacting with the soil, the plants, and even the insects. Moreover, the parents did not discourage them by saying, don't touch it, it's venomous, it's poisonous, it's dirty. No, the parents didn't say anything like that. The parents themselves were actually very impressed at the knowledge that even they could gain from our booth. So without further ado, Amy, can you please play the other video that I sent? Not the global brand one. Sorry, the superhero day one. Thank you so much, Amy. And there's one more video. Just now, that the video that you saw just now was a compilation of the activities that we do for our Rotary Club Global Grant. And the next video that Amy will be showing you is the event that happened last week when we were teaching the children and the parents about ecology.
微生物就是好的东西。土壤长出很好的蔬菜水果，我们的人可以吃，动物也可以吃。
Thank
Thank you once again for giving me your time and listening to our presentation. On behalf of Noble Gateway Malaysia, Malaysia Sang Demen, I humbly invite all of you to pay our little farm a visit whenever you can. We are more than happy to host you. Let's expand on the dreams of Eco Village together. Thank you very much.
谢谢 Samantha， 谢谢所有上德门的伙伴。再见 Samantha。上德门其实从上德门开始建立到它今天呈现出这样一副欣欣向荣的面貌，最令人感动的一方面当然是作为发起者的主任 Johnny 我们专委会的这个2位会员也是我们理事单位的代表，带着他们的伙伴们，包括像雨飞姐呀等等，我们的这些资深的会员，在这一片贫瘠的土地上，利用他们的双手，然后把这一片贫瘠的土地改造成今天这样欣欣向荣的一个面貌。另一方面，令人感动的是，在这样的一片神奇的土地上，不断的有志愿者的加入。像今天大家看到的这个 Samantha 这些非常年轻的志愿者，他们都是因为听到了这样一份大地的召唤，然后聚集在上德门，把他们的智慧、他们的创意投入到这一片土地上，共同造就了今天的奇迹。那我相信在全国各地还有很多伙伴也有心怀同样的梦想，那其实您有坚定的信念然后去找到自己的伙伴，也是可以实际的去践行这样的一个场域的建设的。因为 Johnny 和主任当年他们也只是用了可能不到1年的时间就把一片贫瘠的土地开始建设这样的一个生态社区。